I'm Ben.
I'm Sori.
If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the filthy capitalist option. As Sori says, 125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. 125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and then get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at itsori@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go in the village, facebook.com/Ben and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy our merch.
Buy our merch indeed. At Charles shall lead them.
To buy our merch.
Yes, dear listener. Yes, dear listener. Yes, dear listener. We are at the beginning of, as you can see here, DJ Nick's comedy stream. Get those likes up, people. Like.
You saw what happened the other night.
You saw what happened the other
down.
night. We didn't get enough
likes,
and it got shut down. You know, Putin, was it Putin shut it down? Putin shut it down.
All right.
It's all good.
So we have 3 different comedians, to my understanding, tonight.
Yes.
6 different routines.
The roster.
We're going to check it out.
The roster is Gabriel Iglesias, Bill Burr, and the legend himself, George Carlin. Steve, we just started, so
literally just now,
bro. So we're in really, really good shape. So don't worry, dear listener. Here we go. All right, here we go. Do we have any intros or anything? You just want to get right into it?
If you just pull up the email, I do remember seeing a line above the
link. We are a metal music reaction channel, but we've been talking to you guys about season 3. That launch is coming really, really close, guys. Really, really close to season 3. But this is going to be one of the aspects of season 3, guys, is listening to shit like this. A little bit different. We're expanding. We had the Putin interview a couple days ago.
Yep.
So we're expanding the profile of Vid and Sori, guys.
Right,
and
we're expanding, but we're also DJ driven. So DJ Nick has decided that tonight we should laugh or be offended. I'm not really sure.
Yes. DJ, he has decreed.
All right. So, interesting. Center stage.
That is really
what
interesting.
Happens if it's just you?
Huh?
I didn't know if it was just you. What would happen?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know, but I don't really know what that did, but okay.
Yeah, it like zoomed in. Okay, can you pull up the email so I can just make sure that he didn't have any intros?
I will. George Carlin is king, according to the big homie Nick.
So we'll be the judge of that.
We'll be the judge of that!
You should be able to just click the...
Tell us how the video quality and the sound quality is, guys. I'm experimenting on a couple different things.
Mm-hmm.
And let's go. I don't really see a lot of intros here. It's a 35 email exchange.
You know, it's... Scroll up.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any intros
It's there.
Okay, where?
It was because we had all those discussions about the...
So it would be at the beginning email?
It's close to the beginning. I'm sorry. It's very hard for me to find stuff. This comedian sounds fun. Then he says this. Scroll down. This. Right here.
Where?
Whoops, the one right there.
This one?
Yep. I think it's just... Yeah, I think it's just the titles.
Okay.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
So there was no intro.
There was no intros. But at least we know we're not going to start it and then he'll be like, hey, the intro.
Right.
So we're on top of it.
So you say. What's going on with this thing? This is taking forever.
Here it comes. Ooh.
Okay. Well, we could have just looked at that because he said, I don't have any intros. All right, guys. Song number 1. I don't know if all these things...
Well, it's not a song.
Right.
It's a comedian.
Comedian number 1. Sadak. Correct. Comedian number 1 is the big homie. The big homie. It's not Bill Burr.
Gabriel
Iglesias. How to tell Latinos apart.
Oh, this is going to be offensive.
No, because he's Latino. Gabriel Iglesias.
Yeah, no,
Latino.
I mean, I always feel uncomfortable when I'm put in these situations because sometimes they say something funny and you're like, should you laugh? Should you just stay serious?
If it's funny, I'm going to laugh. Okay. I'm black.
Routine number 1.
Routine number 1. How to tell Latinos apart. Let's go. Gabriel Iglesias. DJ Nick in this bitch. Let's go.
Now, notice I asked Latinos. I wasn't very specific. Because if you call a Latino the wrong one, there's an issue. You call a Mexican a Salvadorian, we get mad. You call a Puerto Rican a Dominican, they get mad. You call a Cuban anything.
Interrupt, but literally, I can't tell you how many fights I witnessed because of that in the hood.
Are you serious?
The Puerto Ricans, you said that they were Dominicans, like they would fight you. Like they would literally fight you. And like, you know, the Dominican Republic is basically like, there's Haiti and then there's Dominican Republic. But it's like, oh, Dominicans are dirty, they don't wear socks, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, like they would like really, really, really get at you in the hood back in them day. It's like, you wouldn't think it, but for real, they're not together. And then if you call them Mexican, oh my God, it's over with.
Really?
Yeah, for real.
Okay.
See all the Latinos are clapping because they know.
Yeah.
So for everyone here and everyone at home, I have found a way to figure out who's who. It's very easy. All you have to do is listen to the way the person is speaking Spanish. You don't have to understand a single word, just listen to the flow. That'll let you know. For example, Mexicans, when we speak Spanish, we sound high. Seriously, you ask us a question, we drag it out. Hey bro, how's it going? Pues aquí nomás, hombre. Pues tú sabes, güey.
There's a little bit of rhythm when they say it. The Mexicans, it's a little bit more rhythmic. Yeah, for sure.
You know, Cubans, I found out Cubans, you guys speak Spanish, like everything means something. It's very serious. You ask a Cuban a question, bro, where you going? Al baño, coño, carajo, why you want to know?
Those are all swears.
Just asking, dude.
No.
It's like, why is he yelling? I don't know. And I found out Puerto Ricans, you guys speak Spanish like there's a time limit. Ask a question, hey bro, what's up? Oh, mírame bro, el otro día estaba con Hitcher, me estaba platicando que chacha Benito, quiero saber lo que está pasando aquí, no más, dame más gasolina. Just fast. Even Mexicans were like, hey, write that down. Quick. Another way is the beverage. The beverage will let you know who you're dealing with. For example, a Mexican's preferred drink of choice is tequila, okay? A Puerto Rican's preferred drink of choice is either Don Q or Coquito, right? And a Cuban's preferred drink of choice is coffee. Now let me tell you how I know about this one. So a few years ago, Martina and I were doing a show at the Improv in Miami, and after the show was over, I was talking to Martina. I said, hey, bro, I said, we got to try out some of this Cuban food everybody's been talking about. It's our first time here. And so we go outside to catch a cab, and when we got in the car, I figured something out, and that is that Cubans come in every color of the rainbow. Cubans and Puerto Ricans, you go from really, really white all the way to freaking navy black, just hardcore. Wesley Snipes, just dark, scuro. El negro, hardcore, you know what I mean? I didn't know that there was such a thing as a black Cuban, because we get in the car and we're speaking Spanish, and this guy turns around and he's black, and he's like, ¿Dónde quieren ir? Where you wanna go? I'm like, oh my God. It freaked me out. I thought the partition was tinted.
Yo!
I didn't know. So he's yelling at us, ¿Dónde quiere ir? I'm like, dude, why is he yelling? I said, listen, we want to go somewhere to get some authentic Cuban food. Where can we go? And then he takes us to this place called Calle Ocho, which, for everyone at home, Calle Ocho is Spanish for 8th Street, and it's an area where, you know, it's very authentic. And he takes us to this restaurant called La Carreta, okay?
La Carreta.
So you can't miss it. There's a restaurant on the corner with a giant wagon wheel in front of it and a huge rooster. I don't know what the rooster does, but look out for him. We walk inside, and I think, what was it, Martin, like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning when we went in?
Easy 3 in the morning.
Easy 3 o'clock in the morning. We sit down at this table, and we're looking at the menu. We're trying to figure it out, and there's all kinds of bananas and all kinds of weird stuff that I'm like, I didn't know that. Okay, bananas, fine. Okay, let's do this. And here comes the waiter, and the waiter's coming over, and he gets in my face, and he's like, ¿Qué tú quieres? And I'm like,
what do you want?
I forgot. Why is he yelling? I don't know. I said, listen, bro, I'll tell you what, let me look at this menu a little bit longer. I think we need some time, right, Mark? Yeah, we were like, yeah, we need some more time. And I says, for right now, can I just get a coffee? And he's like, okay, un cafecito. And he walks into the kitchen. He comes back 5 minutes later, seriously, with a little coaster and a shot glass of coffee on the coaster. And he puts it down in front of me, and he's like, okay. And I'm like, what is this? Es un cafecito. I go, dude, look at me. I'm not a Ito. I'm a Ande.
Ito means small. He's saying, look how big I am.
And then I started thinking, maybe he knows who I am. I get the joke. Bring the really big guy, the really little cup. You know what I mean? And I said, bro, what is it? I go, no. Bring me a full-size cup of coffee. Take this back in the... I was frustrated. So the guy's like, okay, and what you want? Okay. So he grabs it, all pissed off, and then he goes in the kitchen and he starts talking trash to one of the cooks. He's like, Manolo, allá afuera con lo que dije, un cabezote, que no le cabe.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. This happened to me with a Puerto Rican dude. I was letting him cut my hair, which usually I just go to the black barber. No disrespect. But this time I had to go to the Puerto Rican barber. And dude, like, I had these like little sideburns and I was really feeling them. He's like, hey, Bobby, you want me to cut them sideburns for you? And I was like, no. We good. He's like, yeah, but the rest of your hair is cut. You're not going to have the sideburns, bro. And I was like, nah, I think I like it, bro. I think the girls like it. He's like, oh, he said something to the guys in Spanish and they're like, ah, like, just cut my hair, bro. So he's cut my hair. He's like, you know what I do for you? I'm not even gonna charge you. You just go do the side of your hair. I'm like, bro, I want my sideburns. I swear to God, I left that chair, but this dude took off my sideburns.
He did?
Yeah, I showed up and Shorty was like, yo, what happened to your sideburns? What happened? She, you know.
Oh no.
Night didn't go the way I wanted.
Oh no. Well, I mean, I'm glad.
Shout out to Poppy.
And then he comes back with a bowl of Cuban coffee, okay? And he puts it down in front of me, and he won't leave the table. He's like, okay? And I'm like, okay.
He'll sound like
oh, I get it. He wants me to make sure this is what I want, what I want, right? So I pick up the bowl, and I take a little sip of it. And when the coffee hit my tongue, I was like, oh, my God, this is the most concentrated coffee I've ever had. It was really, really strong, and then it clicked. That's why they bring you a little shot glass of this stuff.
Yeah.
So now I don't want to look stupid making him take a bowl of coffee back in the kitchen. So I picked it up to my face again and I drank the whole thing.
It's like literally straight espresso. It's like literally just an adrenaline. Remember I told you about that adrenaline
that's what I was thinking.
Cheer me up with. Yeah.
Well done. I knew I messed up, bro. I knew I messed up because the waiter looked at me and he's like, vaya con Dios.
Go with God. It's over for you. Vaya con Dios, go with God. Die, bro.
He goes back in the kitchen. He's like, Manolo, call 911. 10 minutes go by, you guys. I am so wired. That coffee is strong. That is the only way in the world Cubans can make that swim.
Oh, from Cuba to America. You know when they show up with flotillas? Oh man, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're part of the community, you can make them jokes and get away with it. You see what I'm saying? Like, you'd be able to get away with it. But that is true though. Like that Cuban. I'm gonna try to find a Cuban joint around.
Oh,
like,
I would.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell them, bring me a bowl of it.
Shout out to you're gonna take a bowl of that. Shout out to Logical Spock. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. So that was Gabriel. That was Gabriel Iglesias. How do you identify how to identify. Shout out to Miss Mud. How to identify which person you're talking to. Yeah, dude, for real. Like, that shit gets hazardous. I was glad. My brother told me when we went to New York, he's like, listen, man, just shut the hell up for the first 6 months. Don't say anything. Just watch. And
how long did you
I took his advice.
For how long?
No, I took his advice.
For the whole 6 months?
Yeah, like, as
wow,
far as,
babe.
like, you know, obviously, like, you make friends and stuff, but I was, like, really, really, like, watching it just to see how everything was. And the Hispanic stuff, like, I had such a hard time figuring that out. Because, like, they looked exactly like white people. Like, a lot of them looked exactly like white people. Like, I couldn't tell the difference.
Okay.
So, but then if you said that they were white, they got really insulted. I remember, like, the first, like, actual conflict I got in New York was we were playing basketball in the locker room, and I said, man, you're badass for a white guy. And dude was like, I'm not white, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, oh, okay, my bad. What are you? And, like, he started trying to, I'm like, we're going to do this right now? We're going to do this over this? I'm like, what? And they were like, nah, chill, you can't, you disrespected it, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, so being white is being disrespected? Okay, all right. But then, like, I saw another situation where the guy got mistaken for a Dominican, and he's like, what the fuck, you call me a Dominican, blah, 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 blah. That was a problem, too. Like, it was really weird, man. Like, I was trying to figure out, like, what the hell?
What did you figure it out? Like,
well, the Puerto Ricans, I don't know about Puerto Ricans in the rest of the world, but the Puerto Ricans in New York City, they literally believe they're the greatest at everything. Like, it's unbelievable. Like, we've got the best hospitals in Puerto Rico, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, are you kidding me? You guys are like, that's just how they felt, and I'm not mad at it. Like, they got a lot of pride. That's cool, but yeah, there were a lot of pitfalls, like, trying to navigate that shit coming into the hood. But
wow, okay. I hate stuff like that because, like,
Victor says, I call BS. There's no way you shut up for 6 months. These people starting to figure me out, bro. We've been spending too much time together with these people.
Too much time. I always find stuff like that, like, challenging, because if your motive is to insult somebody, that's one thing. But if your motive is, look, I don't understand this and I'm trying to understand, you know, like, there's I have not had any interactions with people like in that category, but I have had interactions with black people, obviously.
Yeah.
Prior to you. And, you know, you talk to one person and they say you should say brown, and then you talk to another one who say black, and then another one say African American, and then other people say I'm not from Africa, how dare you say that, and I'm this, and it's like, well, but
I've never met a black person, like, when they're around us, ever refer to themselves as African American, ever. We just black. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, I hear it's like hard to navigate because
I
you see
think
it on
if
TV,
it's
it's like,
you
I'm an
guys,
African American.
yeah,
like, none of us use that language amongst each other, though. It's just ridiculous.
yeah.
But this is what I mean about, like, all the political correction. Like, that's why, like,
intention.
when Nick first came to me with the idea, when you first came to me with the idea from Nick about the comedy stream, I was like, I don't really understand how that works with, like, what we do. Not even just like the reacting, but also just, you know, there's a lot of serious commentary on this channel.
Right.
And it's like, now it makes so much sense because, like, the comedians are the last people that can, like, tell the honest truth as far as, like, childish, like, just being childish in your observations about, hey, Puerto Ricans are like this, and, like, we understand that not every Puerto Rican is that way. We're just talking about this is the experience. Like, you can't even do that anymore. So, like, the comedians are, like, the last people that are allowed to, like, give honest social commentary because they're expected to be offensive.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the reasons that, like, I like logic myself, and yeah, let's do this on the channel. Let's expand, because it's still the same idea. People are taking an art form, commenting on the culture in a way that people can enjoy it and relate to it. That's exactly what metal is.
Yeah.
And so it works.
Yeah, I for me, like, I just wish that sometimes that, like, you could, intentions were something that you could see. I know that you can't. You just go off what people say.
Say that
but
again.
Like, intentions, I wish that you could see people's intentions. So if there was, like, a little gauge above people's heads, if your intention is to do this, you know what I mean? Like, that it would change things, because I think that a lot of times people have been so hurt and offended by different things that have happened to them that then they react in, you know what I mean? When you say something, it brings them to a certain place, even if you're not meaning it that way. One of the cool things that happened to me when I was in Latvia was the leader of the place. He came up to me. He really couldn't speak much English, and I really couldn't speak much Russian. And he sat down and he said, there was like probably 10 words I understood. He said, "Sorry, people no понимаю." Now they don't understand. This is what he said. And then he said, "But you, the eyes, they tell." So he was basically telling them, and that language, that voice fluctuation was completely off. But he basically was saying like, look, you can't tell what somebody is meaning, and we can't speak the same language, but we could tell by looking in your eyes that you're sincere around here. And I appreciated that, because I was like, that absolutely, I wasn't trying to offend anybody or whatever. You know, like, I don't think everybody on my team shared the same love for what we were doing over there, but yeah, like if you could see somebody's trying to be sincere, why make things more difficult than they have to be?
Shout out to Pony. Also, anytime someone refers to them with the word blacks, just always hits real uncomfortable. Yeah,
when
I
they say
understand.
blacks,
Yeah,
the blacks, yeah.
the blacks.
Yeah, that sounds like just.
But again, it's like, okay, you can't say colored. You have to say people of color. Like, it's the same thing. Colored person, people of color. It's the same thing.
Yeah. Sometimes I avoid saying something altogether, but it's like, sometimes it's like, well, I mean, like, there have been times where I've lost you, and I've told you, like, and I'll say to them, I'll say, my husband's coming in. He's black. I'll say that as a, I mean, because that's, I mean, it's Maine. That makes you sit down and know who you are.
Walk in there and be like, that's my
That's
Sam.
what I'm
It's an African American and Lewis.
It's weird because when I first say it, people will like kind of, you could tell they're uncomfortable, but then they're kind of like, well, but this is the wife. But then, you could tell it's an uncomfortable thing. But anyway.
I bought my blind friend a cheese grater for Christmas. He said it was the most violent book he's ever read.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, ready?
All right.
I'm ready.
We're going in. We're going in.
We got more of the homies.
Gift basket, Gabriel Iglesias. The gift basket, dear listener.
Babe, this one. This is yours. It's all nice and hot and everything.
Mashallah. This very interesting night has been given to us by the big homie
DJ Nick. Actually, DJ Nick is the only one that's ever done comedy streams with us. Please, it's very hot. Are you okay?
Oh no, it's legit.
Okay, good.
Here comes Joe Biden. Wait, you can't say blacks, man. I can't tell you. This guy, I don't even want to know who this person is. Like, I want to keep it, because honestly, the fact that I don't know, I really feel like Joe Biden is
here.
Yeah. And I got nothing but love for Joe Biden, and so I love it.
That'd be so funny.
Holy shit, Pony's 3% banned too, according to DNA test.
Wow.
42 indigenous American, and the rest white as bleach. Mashallah, I know what that means. Excellent. Okay, here we go, guys.
Let's check it out.
The gift basket, Gabriel Iglesias. Let's do it.
I thought it would be great if I could tell an old story that was from years ago that never made it to a 1-hour special. And the cool part about this story is that it now has a different ending. The story is called The Gift Basket. Some of you know it, some of you don't know it, but after this, you're never gonna forget it. All you have to know about this story is that all the people involved have always been and will continue to be friends. That being said, Martin and I, all the good ones start like that. Martin and I are scheduled to perform in Northern California. Usually we fly, but this particular day I was having a problem with Southwest Airlines. They wanted me to pay for an extra seat for someone who wasn't traveling with me. Take your time, you'll figure it out. Anyway, I tell Martin, I'm not paying for.
Okay, so is this because he was too big?
He said for a person that wasn't flying with me. Is that what they were saying?
He basically said you'll figure it out.
Yeah, I wondered.
Sometimes, like, if you're too big, they'll make you buy a second seat, basically. Isn't Biden like 93 years old? It's me, folks, Joe Biden, the guy.
I'm from America.
Like, literally, it's Ben Webb and this Biden guy, brother.
Your favorite?
Whoever he or she may be, honestly. Like, blank check, literally, they could do anything.
For an extra seat, let's just drive. It's 6 hours. So we headed north. 3 hours into the drive, we're passing through a city called Fresno. And as we're passing, hey, Fresno 559, get us whole way. Anyway.
Condo in Fresno with the, and the honey that you get know how to, you know them style, you respect the flow. Why don't you let a nigga hit him and have to make a decimal?
As we're passing through Fresno, we start seeing billboards off the side of the freeway that said, performing this weekend at the Radisson Hotel, directly from BET's Comic View and Showtime at the Apollo, comedian G. Riley. And I look at Martin, I go, oh shoot, G's in town. And Martin goes, yeah, I haven't seen G in years. So we're like, let's stop by the hotel and say hi. So we pull into the parking lot. We walk in. I tell Martin, he doesn't know we're here. I'm gonna crank call his room. He goes, what are you gonna say? I said, I'm gonna tell him that I'm the front desk and that he just received a gift basket. He goes, what's so funny about a gift basket? I said, I'm gonna describe it over the phone. And I'm gonna make all the items that are in this imaginary basket become items that stereotypically a black person might like. But you're crazy. I said, I'll tell you what, we got 2 hours to kill. How about this? How about we go to the supermarket and we make an actual racist gift basket? And we'll have it delivered and we'll wait outside to see what happens. I said, are you down? We go to a store and we start to design the sickest practical joke ever. I get a shopping cart and I'm like, all right, we need a basket. So I find one, I take out the grass, the plastic eggs, and the chocolate rabbits. And we start hitting the aisles. First item I grab is a fried chicken about that big, okay? See how quick that laugh was? There's a few black people in here like, mother, this better be funny. It's hysterical. Let me just finish the story and then you could judge me in the parking lot. So anyway, then Martin hands me a miniature watermelon and I put it next to the fried chicken. Here's where it gets interesting. Employees of the store find out what we're doing and they start volunteering to help us finish the basket. Half of the employees were black, which made it so much more accurate. Aisle after aisle. One guy was stocking a shelf. He was an older white guy, and we're like, sir, can you help us? What do you need? My buddy Martin and I are trying to make this messed up racist gift basket for our black friend as a practical joke. Can you think of something we can put in there? Without even blinking an eye, the guy was like, you gotta have Kool-Aid. It's at the end of the aisle on the right. Malt liquors and XL over in the back of the store in the freezer.
Hey, do you guys, I'm not sure if you guys know what Kool-Aid is, but it's basically this powdered drink and you add the water to it and now you've got a flavored drink. It's nothing but basically sugar and powder.
Well, to be honest with you,
if you're poor as hell, that was the beverage of the summer.
did you guys get it in with the sugar mixed in, or did you get the packet? It's just
We got
it's a
the little mini
powder of
packets,
flavoring that you have
and
to
you-
add
and
your
you
water
made
and
that
not
sugar.
sugar.
You made that sugar stretch, my guy.
Yeah,
You
that's
made the sugar
that was-
stretch. Like, share, comment, subscribe for more comedy streams, dear listener. We continue.
Section. It's on sale 2 for 1. By the time we get to the register, all these different employees plus us came up with the basket that had fried chicken, watermelon, Kool-Aid, grape soda, barbecue potato chips, sunflower seeds, an Ebony magazine, a Chris Rock DVD called Bigger and Blacker, Magnum condoms, Newport cigarettes, a rack of ribs, the recipe for cornbread. It was getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Icing on the cake, we find a greeting card that's on clearance from Halloween, and it has a picture of 3 ghosts on the cover wearing sheets. I tear off the half that says Happy Halloween, and on the back of the card I write, welcome to Fresno, love the Chamber of Commerce. And we stick it to the basket. We made it all nice and pretty, and we haul ass to the hotel. We pull up. We walk in. The basket is hot as hell, so I'm racing in. I get inside and I put it on the counter as fast as I can, bro. It's too perfect. There's a black girl behind the front desk. As soon as I put the basket down, I hear,
Where's the chicken?
Is that chicken? Ooh, let me see. Hold on. What is it? Let me explain. My name is Gabriel. This is Martin. We're a couple of comedians, and we're about to play a really crazy practical joke on a friend of ours who's staying here tonight by the name of G. Riley, who's also a comedian. Oh, the one that's on the signs on the freeway. Yeah, the one that's on the signs on the freeway. So as a practical joke, we went to the store and we made this messed up racist gift basket. That's why you can smell fried chicken. And she was like, what? You need Jesus, that's what you need. Kiki, girl, you better hang up that phone. You ain't gonna believe what I'm looking at over here, girl. Listen, we think it would be hysterical if we could have you deliver the basket for us. She lost it. Oh, the hell you didn't. I know you didn't just ask me to take that to a black man. You are out your damn mind. Oh, Lord, give me the strength to not kill this big-ass Mexican over here, Lord. Okay, look.
Wait, Kool-Aid pickles?
Ugh.
There's Kool-Aid pickles? That sounds like an abomination, Miss Mudd. We continue.
Here, Nacho Libre, I don't care who you are, I am not doing it. Hell no. I'll give you $50. Where that motherfucker at? We follow her to the hotel room. She knocks on the door. Martin and I hide by the elevator on the floor. She knocks. G opens the door, sees a beautiful black woman standing there with a gift basket. This is for you, baby. He says, thank you, closes the door. She walks away and she sees us on the ground hiding, right? And she's like, y'all still going to hell. We get up and we walk over to the door and we put our ear. Listen, shh, listen. This is what we hear inside. Woo! Chicken. Oh, Kool-Aid. He's getting excited over every single item he's pulling out of the basket. He gets to the greeting card. Welcome to Fresno of Commerce. Hell yeah. Then we feel him flipping the card over because his voice changed. He's like, oh yeah, man, this is, what the f? Outside the door, we heard racist bastards. When we heard racist bastards, we lost it. Housekeeping is freaking out. ¿Qué está pasando allá? ¿Qué andan haciendo ustedes? Muchacho, ¿qué está pasando, gordito? ¿Qué andas haciendo? We're laughing, we're crying, we got boogers coming.
Gordito. It's the fat guy over there.
Is that
That's what gordito means. Yeah, gordo means fat. Gordito.
Oh.
It's a nice way of saying it.
Now we can't take it anymore. We knock on the door. He yells, "Who is it?" Too easy. Chamber of Commerce. He rushes the door. I put my finger on the peephole so he can't see who it is, right? The knob starts like, ah! What's up, G? Man, y'all give a brother a heart attack. Did you like your basket? Man, that was messed up. Did you like it? Man, I love all that shit. And now, ladies and gentlemen, a story that has been 7 years in the making. I would like for you to now hear, for the first time ever, the other side of that story. Ladies and gentlemen, I flew him here to Hawaii so that he can share this with you. Give it up for my friend, Mr. G. Riley.
I've never seen this before.
No, yeah.
I gotta be honest, I didn't know it was racist. I thought it was lunch. I thought it was lunch. lunch. I didn't know it was racist until I got back to my neighborhood. And brothers in my neighborhood looked at me. They say, man, I don't believe you let that Mexican guy do that to you, man. That was messed up. I know you got him back. I said, what, buy him lunch? I can't afford to buy that man lunch. If I buy him lunch, he'll be getting me again. But see, you gotta understand, it was the perfect set of circumstances when it happened. Because I'm laying across the bed in the hotel. I'd never been to Fresno before. And I wanted something to eat, and I didn't know where to go eat. So I'm laying across the bed, and I'm saying to myself, where could I go eat? I wish I had some food. And all of a sudden, magically, there's a knock on the door, and a black girl shows up with a gift basket. And I took the gift basket, and I said, they know how to treat their comedians up here in Fresno. And I'm walking to the bed, and I could feel the heat, and I could smell the chicken from the gift basket. And I'm like, oh, this is cool. Because nobody smells chicken and thinks of racism, right? Right, so I see the watermelon. I'm like, oh, this is cool. They know how to treat a comedian up in here. I get to the card, and I look at the card, and I go, what the is going on? I said, oh my God, I'm working for the Ku Klux Klan. And I really started to panic because in my head, I'm saying to myself, is this for real? Because there were billboards all over the city with my picture. And I started thinking they were trying to scare me out of town. So now I don't know what to do, right? And I start trying to call the promoter, and the promoter's not answering the phone, and it's festering in my head, and I'm nervous, and I'm pacing in the room, and all of a sudden there's a knock on the door, right? And I go, oh my God, they come to get me. So I ease over to the door, right? And I look through the peephole, right? And all I see is a brown dot, right? And I go, I hear somebody out there because I hear the breathing, right? I hear. So this was about 60 pounds ago, right? So I go to look down up under the door, right? But I said, oh my God, it got to be about 5 or 6 of them out there. Oh my God.
That's so sad.
Like this. I figure, okay, you know what? If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. You know, if it's gonna happen, I'm gonna go down swinging, right? So I put my best black face on. You know, I tried to look mean. You know, I look like this guy right here. I look like that guy right there, right? And I go, who is it? And they go, Chamber of Commerce. And I'm like, oh my God, the Chamber of Commerce is the Ku Klux Klan. And I'm panicking, so I get to the door, right? And I pull the door open, and when the door opens up, these guys are falling all over the hall, laughing at me. They're rolling all into the cleaning lady's car. The cleaning lady didn't know what was going on, right? She's scared to death because she sees a black dude with no shirt like this, so she plays like it's pepper spray, right? She's ready to get...
She had it. She was ready.
Now that I realize it's a practical joke, everything calms down, because I remember how hungry I was. I'm like, okay, cool. Practical joke, right? So I go in the bathroom to wash my hands. While I'm in the bathroom washing my hands, I hear a commotion in the other room, right? I go back in the other room. They're going through the gift basket. The maid is leaving with the watermelon. Martina's drinking my 40. And this bastard is eating my chicken!
Wait, so he ate the chicken?
Yeah, he did while he was in the bathroom.
What the hell?
What in
I
the
go
world?
buy somebody some chicken and then eat it. That's
Baby,
crazy.
shit like that's never happened for you? I'm pretty sure you can relate.
Shout out to...
Okay, seriously, babe, remember that?
I'm not mad at you, bro. You like to eat. It's okay. You like to eat and you like to talk a lot. You know, it's okay. And now look at you. Successful and shit. Shout out to Jeremy Brown. What you did?
Oh, shit. Okay, so... I'm having a hard time recovering her. Okay.
Well, you're not supposed to mention these people's names out here, huh?
So, remember like a year ago we took a trip to Florida?
Yeah.
And we had stopped at this hotel. I don't believe I told you this story. But I went in and the lady was checking us into the hotel, and like literally in the middle of checking me in, she stops. It was a black lady. Much darker than you.
It's the one you got fired?
No. There's a completely different place.
Okay.
And so she's checking me and she's typing. Well, the guy is behind her who was working there. He's a white guy. He's microwaving chicken in the microwave.
Oh. Fried chicken?
It was a type of, it came in a yellow bag. Well, you'll hear. So she's like, she stops typing. She goes, oh, what is that? Oh, is that chicken? She's like, what? And I was like, no, this is happening right in front of me. She was like, oh, that's chicken. Oh, that's some fried chicken. What kind of fried chicken is that?
Oh my God.
And I was like, this can't be happening. And then he was like, well, he said, I get it at Walmart in the frozen section. She's like, well, what kind of bag does it come in? Well, what does the bag look like? What's the name of it? She wanted all the details. She literally stopped checking me in this entire time to get all the details about this chicken. And I felt very uncomfortable because I was like, you've told me that that's like a stereotype and...
But this shit is obviously true.
But right, because she stopped all of the work to talk about chicken.
Like Hunter said this, he said, I didn't know that the fried chicken thing was like a racist thing until a couple of years ago.
I didn't know until you told me.
And I didn't know until Tiger Woods. So that happened in 97. Tiger Woods won the Masters. And then there's a tradition that they give you a green jacket, and then you get to determine the meal for everybody. That's like one of the things. And they were like, how do you feel about Tiger Woods winning or whatever? And the white dude goes, well, just as long as there's no collard greens and fried chicken, we'll be fine. And like it was a giant controversy. I had no idea because remember I was born in Jamaica, so I don't know the shit. So I was like, why is this on the news, Ma? And she's like, I don't really know. I said hi. So I went to Junior, and I'm like, why is this shit in the news, bro? He's like, you don't understand what he's doing? That racist motherfucker. I was like, word, he's racist. We don't like him. Like, what?
But why?
What though? He's like, because they think we just eat fried chicken and collard greens all the time. And I'm like, yeah, but that shit is really good though, bro. Like, if you know me, like, I don't really eat vegetables. But collard greens, especially the way my mom cooked them, I would eat those.
Oh shit! Why didn't you say that? I'll try to make collard greens. I felt like superhuman with that bitch, bro. I ain't gonna find no collard greens in Maine. Are you kidding me? They don't? No, they do. I used to sell them at the grocery store.
Yeah, but like...
Oh, I thought we did.
I was like, okay. Like, a lot of this, like, we're watching this show, and one of the characters is, like, slightly racist on the show, and I was explaining to the kids, like, if this show came out today, you're never going to see a character like this on TV anymore because racism is, like, the unforgivable sin. Like, it's ridiculous. It's like... You guys, like when we were okay, so we had this game, Mike Tyson Punch-Out, so it's a video game.
Yeah.
It is like, okay, the first guy you fight is like a nobody, and like you're just supposed to beat him. Like the entire reason he's there is literally to be a punching bag. And of course, they make that guy French. Okay.
Why is that? Of course.
Because French people, they always surrender and shit. They surrender to the Germans.
Yeah, I definitely know I have French in me.
I mean, you're an exception. You know what I'm saying? But normally they surrender. They're weak and shit. They're lovers. They're not fighters. It's okay.
Lovers, not fighters. Okay.
Well, in the game, when you hit a combo, you can actually like do a combo and like do a super punch at the end. Well, when you hit that guy, a bunch of crepes come out. Okay. Like when you really bash him, like a bunch of crepes come out, and then he falls down, and there's like a little rose.
Right?
You like beat the crepes out of the guy. I'm like, that's a racist theory. Like how the fuck did they get away with that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, French people eat crepes, man. I'm sorry.
Well, we call them crepes.
Yeah, you call them crepes or whatever. With the little, you had to roll the tongue crepes.
Crepes.
So like. Why is that okay then? Like, should the French people like have a thing about Punch-Out? Like, I'm sorry, like you're from France, you guys surrender, you give girls roses, you eat crepes. So when I beat the shit out of you, the crepes come out and then there's a little rose that comes up and shit, because he's all buried and shit. Like, this shit is terrible. It's horrible.
See, I remember, tell me if I'm going too far. So my parents would have like, black people come over because they would come to our state,
Yeah.
And they would have them come over, and I remember my father saying, well, we're gonna order them I remember him laughing, saying they wanted fried chicken.
That's what I'm saying.
He was like, he said, I offered him all kinds of stuff, but they just wanted the fried chicken.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, man, who was that fat guy you were watching? He was fat. Chill out, President Biden. Chill out. All right, guys.
Oh, man, okay.
We've got more for you. Okay, that was the gift basket by Gabriel Iglesias. This one is Bill Burr. Bill Burr. And it says plastic surgery and lotion.
Oh no!
Plastic surgery and lotion. So I'm a bit concerned. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm a bit concerned. But let's see.
Wolves the miss. We're praying for you. I'm so sorry.
I think the most important thing, man, Wolves. I mean, you're around friends. Do your best to try to enjoy the time that you have here. Totally see your situation, bro.
Yeah.
Horrible. Plastic surgery and lotion from the big homie Bill Burr. This should be interesting. Bill Burr, plastic surgery and lotion. Let's do it.
I got to admit, the only thing that freaks me out about Los Angeles is all the plastic surgery. I don't get it. Why do people get plastic surgery? You know? Why can't you just admit it's over? You know? You had your time. Stop trying to look fuckable in your 50s. It's weird. With their faces yanked back, looking all shiny, right? Not to mention they haven't even figured it out. You know? Why would you get a facelift? Can't you look at other facelifts and realize they haven't worked all the bugs out yet? Right? That's what you want to look like? Like you just lost a fight 3 days ago? Don't be a hero. Let somebody else go in there. Take the fucking beach. You lay back. Wait it out. They're just lying to people. I know, looks great. Put a little ice on it. We'll see you in a couple weeks. All right, take it easy. Jesus Christ, what the fuck happened? We followed every step. Did we miss something? Oh, hey. Oh, here's your keys. There you go. Almost didn't recognize you. You look so young. All right, take it easy. She gone? All right, she's gone. All right, shred everything. Shred it. No, you're nuts.
Wait, what are they shredding? All
the evidence showing that they did the surgery
that
on
they
the
did
person
that to her.
it doesn't look good. Shred all the evidence. Shred it.
I mean, there is a show called The Outer Limits. It was basically like the Twilight Zone, only edgier. And like they had this plastic surgery thing, and like, you know, it just went really like over the top crazy, and the woman ended up looking like a freak show, and it was like, we're sorry, but we can't reverse it. I'm sorry. So she's like doomed to live the rest of her life in this deformed, you know, like it's got to be one of those moments where like if you get a haircut, bro, if you get a haircut and you don't like the haircut, you can be like, I'm not going back to that. But what do you do? Like if somebody like cut your face up and, you know, like,
yeah, but
that's not something where you can go, oh, I'll just go to another one.
Yeah.
Like,
but I think like I think about actually that phenomenon a lot. The plastic surgery thing. And one of the things that I think about is, first of all, their face loses expression. Like there's this woman that she's
the Botox thing, right? Like they go crazy with the shit.
and you know, when they're getting stuff pulled back, everything it looks it just looks different. You know, everything looks kind of like stretched, and their face doesn't hold the type of expression that it would normally, because things are different. But I feel
Miss Mudd is apparently there's a show called Botch.
Yeah, I know.
Without bad plastic surgery, there would be no Botched. Like
I was gonna watch it, then I
if
stopped.
that happens enough to where they can make a reality show about it, like
it's okay. But so one of the things that I think about is like older people that are like happy older people, and how even though their smile is like wrinkled and old and maybe saggy or whatever, like there's like this happiness that you can see like in their face. But then you look at, you know, some of the people that have had plastic surgery and their faces are pulled back so tight that you don't, that expression is lost. Like,
I gotta imagine that just like any other art form, that people have gotten better at it. Like I don't know,
phased in of what they're doing, but I don't know if I feel like that the plastic surgery that they will do sometimes on people when they're trying to like alter things about their face looks different than when they're trying to make themselves look young. There's a different look of like the looking
Yeah.
young one. But yeah, I think it's, but anyway, so back to this story. I got into this tanning thing where I was like tanning all the time. This is, I was in my 20s. And I was going to be taking a trip and I wanted to make sure I was fully tanned for the trip. So I kept going and I never felt like I could get dark enough. I
Did I know you at this point?
no.
Okay, this is with Nate?
No, I wasn't with anybody.
Oh, okay.
I was going to be taking a trip to Florida, so I wanted to make sure that I was all tanned up and ready for the beach. And I kept going and going and going and going, and it just felt like I really couldn't get that color that I was looking for. But it was time to leave, so we went. Anyway, long story short, when I stopped at the college that I used to go to, my sister was at the college at the time, and somebody said to my sister, "I didn't know you had a black sister." And now I looked back at the pictures, I looked like Trump orange.
I need to see these pictures.
Good.
We gotta find these pictures, y'all. You guys need to comment 58 in the comment section if you guys want to see
those pictures.
Soraya with her Trump situation.
Yeah, it didn't look good, but my point is something happened psychologically because I didn't think that I was getting very dark. I thought that the tanning booth wasn't working. I said they didn't change their friggin' bulbs, and I'm paying for this. But it was affecting me. So I don't know if the same thing happens with plastic surgery where people start doing it and they think it's not, you know what I mean? Like maybe it's like something in the mind.
If there's a show, to Mud's point, if there's a show called Botch,
I know.
Like,
I know.
that shit is crazy to me. Like,
no, scary.
We continue.
You wait it out. Let them figure it out. Then you fucking go in. Don't be a goddamn hero. You know? Look at hair plugs. Hair plugs don't look half bad now. Saw this guy the other night on TV. He's like, oh, God, I wish I did this 10 years ago. It's like, no, you don't. 10 years ago, when they were stapling ant legs to the top of people's heads.
That's what it looked like. It looked horrible.
Remember that? Your eyes would water. Look.
Wait, what? Ant
No,
legs?
he's saying ant legs because the hairs themselves looked like really like thick. It didn't look like individual. It didn't look right.
Oh,
it
was
looked
natural
like
looking.
Yeah, it looked like that doll on Toy Story that has the spider.
A little bit of the bit rate will come back. Don't worry. But I see the chip. I see the chip. But it'll come back. Don't worry. All right, we continue.
At their hairline, like is that sewn in? I see pine tar. They used to put you in like a headlock. Hold still. Use like a nail gun. Hold still. Guys would tap out after a row and a half. Fuck it. I don't give a shit. You wish you got hair plugs 10 years ago. Do you wish you got... You don't.
He sounded so desperate.
10 years ago, when they were stapling ant legs to the top of people's heads. Remember that? Your eyes would water looking at their hairline. Like, is that sewn in? I see pine tar. They used to put you in like a headlock. Hold still. Use like a nail gun. Hold still. Guys would tap out after a row and a half. Fuck it. I don't give a shit. You wish you got hair plugs 10 years ago. Do you wish you got polio 60 years ago? What else is on your wish list, sir? No, you don't fuck with your face. Okay? I understand liposuction. They screw that up. You can put on a shirt, right?
It's true.
There's no shirt for your face. Who do they think they're fooling? But they're stupid, you know? And then you lie to yourself. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do this. Just gonna have this done. No, you're not. You're not. What are you? You're just gonna wax the fender on your car? Then that's it. And the rest of it looks all shitty. Well, maybe I'll just do the hood, and maybe I'll do the back. That's how it happens. Then you look like one of those Real Housewives, like face all twisted up. Fucking idiots. Do I look? They're idiots. Do I look like I'm in my 20s? No, you look weird. You look fucking weird. You still look like you're in your 50s. I just can't guess what year anymore because I've never seen that year. I've never seen that shiny fucking look. It's almost like you discovered a new age between 52 and 53. Yeah. People, there's nothing wrong with being 52 and looking 52. All right?
Yeah.
You're 52. You didn't get fucked. Yeah. What would you rather be? 52 and look 52 or be 52 and look like a 28-year-old lizard? Right? That's your options at this point. You know what's really like actually embarrassing is that the facelift, that's predominantly a white problem. You notice that? I've never seen a black person with a facelift ever.
That's because we're too broke. Trust me, if we had the money, we'd be doing that dumb shit too. It's a byproduct of being poor. We continue.
Other than like the Jacksons, but they're all out of their minds, right? Because their dad made them rehearse all day and sleep in the fireplace. Right, jamming all night. Get in there, you bastards! No hugs, no kisses. His face permanently twisted up from 50 years of screaming, "Sing, motherfucker!" It's I love it, it's funny. Whitey! You know why? Do you know why so many Caucasians need facelifts? Because we don't know about lotion. See that? Only half of you laughed. That should have been everybody. Yeah, but a lot of you were sitting there like, well, what about lotion? What is this lotion you speak of, and what is the magic therein? Just to put it out there, you can use lotion on other parts of your body besides your dick. Yeah. If you ever wondered why your dick still looks brand new, but the rest of you is starting to look like an aging pirate, it's because you need to increase the circumference of the lotion distribution. All right? You got skin everywhere. Go home, check yourself out. The bottom of your feet look like a prehistoric riverbed. That's not part of the natural aging process. You dried out. I'm not judging you. Not judging anybody. I didn't know anything about lotion. Never used it the first 33 years of my life. Never used it. Till one night I was going out with this black girl, right? She was getting ready and she was just putting that shit on everywhere. Just slathering it on. I thought she had like a rash or something. I'm like, what do they got, like poison ivy? What's going on with you?
Listen, man, black girls with the shea butter and the cocoa butter, forget about it.
It's no joke. It is no
Forget
joke.
about it. I'll say, like, there's a golden brown gleam that kind of happens at some points in the summer with the girls with the jojo bar and the cocoa butter. It's over with. They do look brilliant. They do look brilliant. I'm not gonna lie to you. When they're put together and they got the thing on, it's like their glow. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. We continue.
She goes, no, I'm just making sure I'm not ashy. I said, ashy? She goes, dry skin. I went, wow. I guess I freaked her out a little bit because I was like, wow. She's like, well, white people get ashy too. I was like, yeah, you know, I don't think we do. Yeah, I've been alive for 33 years. No one has ever said, hey, Bill, you're looking a little ashy. I never even heard that word until you said it. She's like, you're an idiot. Stick out your arm. So I stick out my arm, and ever so gently, she just drags her nails down. This smoke starts coming up. There's like pastry flakes flying off, track marks. She's signing her. Freak me out. I'm like, holy shit, I'm ashy. I didn't know anything about it. All I knew was that I always got itchy in the winter. Couldn't figure it out. Always got itchy in the winter. What the fuck do I get itchy? I thought it meant the bath towel was dirty. That's what I thought. And I would change it out and put a fresh one. Now I'm gonna be okay. What? Take a shower, dry off, fucking itching again. God damn it, I hate the winter.
Okay, so just for everybody, just so nobody asks me or whatever, Bill Burr is actually married to a black woman. So I understand some of you might be concerned about racism or whatnot, but I think the rules are. I gotta go back to my black guy manual, but I'm pretty sure the rules are: if you're actually married to a black woman, you're allowed to do this shit. You get a pass. We continue. So please don't message me about problematic racial whatever. We're just trying to have a good time, y'all. Yep. And I can verify as a black man, this shit is real. It's true. We continue.
Just to put it out there, you can use lotion on other parts of your body besides. I'm not judging you. Not judging anybody. I didn't know anything about lotion. Never used it the first 33 years of my life. Never used it. Till one night I was going out with... Yeah, I've been alive for 33 years. No one has ever said, hey, Bill, you're looking a little ashy. I never even heard that word until you said it. She's like, you're an idiot. Stick out your arm. So I stick out my arm, and ever so gently, she just drags her nails down. This smoke starts coming up. There's like pastry flakes flying off, track marks. She's signing her name. She's like, you see that? She goes, that's ashy. You're ashy? Freak me out. I'm like, holy shit, I'm ashy. I didn't know anything about it. All I knew was that I always got itchy in the winter. Couldn't figure it out. Always got itchy in the winter. What the fuck do I get itchy? I thought it meant the bath towel was dirty. That's what I thought. And I would change it out and put a fresh one. Now I'm gonna be okay. Take a shower, dry off, fucking itching again. God damn it, I hate the winter. See that? That's why you gotta hang out with everybody. Yeah. There's too much information in the world, and every group of people misses a little bit.
Yep.
White people totally missed the lotion seminar at some point in history. I don't know if it's because we can't see it. You know, black people get ashy. It looks like they like leaned up against a chalkboard or something. You know, they can see it. They miss it. Their friends help them out. Like, look at your ashy motherfucking elbow. What is wrong with you? Right? We miss that shit the way black people miss the whole register your weapons summit. Right? Just never got the information. The amount of rappers who've been busted for the unregistered Glock in the car just blows my mind. It's like, why would...
Shout out to 051 Kiddo.
No.
This man just spent 8 years in prison. Came out, dropped the worst song of all time. No rhythm, no cadence, no nothing. He's probably back in prison, walking
Just for
around
that.
literally with a Glock in Chicago. Hello?
Oh my gosh.
It's true. None of the guns that people that I knew had were registered. Please. Scratch out that serial number so you get called with the shit. You tell the detective, I have no idea. Well, the gun has a body on it. Oh, I never heard. I don't know what a gun is. We continue.
Did you do that to yourself? Do you just want to make an album over the phone? Is that what it is? Is that like the new auto-tune or some shit? I don't know. No, it breaks my heart every time I see it. I just think, God, if he just had one white friend. If he just had one white friend in his entourage, dude would have been sitting there going like, is that thing registered? You out of your mind? Get it out of there. Get it out of there. Yeah, it's illegal. That's like fucking 3 to 5 mandatory. How do you not know that? That's the question. How do you not fucking know that? This guy's got an unregistered weapon in the car. Like, we're just gonna go driving around with it. It's just ridiculous. So see, there you go, all right? You don't need a facelift, okay? Lay off the booze, do some cardio, moisturize. You're gonna be fine. Okay, don't believe in these myths. Black don't crack, it's bullshit. They all put lotion on like every 20 minutes during the day. It's ridiculous. They all got a giant oil drum of the shit at home. Every morning they wake up, they dunk themselves in it, shake themselves off, and walk out the door absolutely glistening. Glistening! White guys like me are walking around, no hat on. Hey, let's go sailing! Passing out face down in the sand.
Okay, that was Bill Burr.
Okay, true. I remember the first time that somebody said the word ashy around me. I was in college. And the girls were like, oh my gosh, I'm so ashy. I was like, what are we talking about? What does that mean? And then she basically said the same thing to me. She was like, well, you get ashy too. I was like, and I felt the same way he did. I'm like, well, I mean, no. And then she explained it to me that because my skin was white, when it got ashy, you don't see it because it's white on white.
What do you guys call it when it's dry? When you
just
have
dry skin. My
skin's
skin's
a white film
dry.
comes up on your dry skin.
We don't call it
dry skin.
Yeah, we got some dry skin here.
Ashy was like, you didn't want to get caught ashy. That was one of the things that like translated from like Florida to New York to New Jersey was all the same. Like that.
Nobody wanted to be ashy.
Yeah, that and nasty breath, bro. Those girls was ruthless. If you was ashy or if you had bad breath, they would cut your throat every day of the week, bro. Every day of the week, they're gonna get you.
Well, nobody likes that.
Yeah, nobody wants to be ashy up in the hood.
It is funny though, because in our relationship, you're the one that brings all the oils into the situation.
It's true.
He'll be like, did you take your black seed oil? Did you take your MCT oil?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's like, I feel like the plastic surgery thing is it's just a lazy solution. Instead of eating healthy, getting your nutrition right and getting the exercise right. Because if you do that, especially in the world we're in right now, if you focus on your health and you channel your capital focusing on your health, you will look and feel so much better.
Mm-hmm.
I shot a video of like the little regimen that I take or whatever, and obviously it's extreme like everything else I do, so don't do everything that you do there, but there is some really good information there.
Oh, yeah.
Fish oils, medium chain triglycerides, MCT oil, really, really good stuff. Black seed oil, really good stuff. Fish oil, magnesium, and vitamin D3 and zinc. COVID is still going around. People are still, dying from COVID. And of course, Pfizer and the rest of those people don't want to tell you to take zinc and stuff. But honestly, you stay on a zinc and a D3 and you consistently take that shit, you can absorb a lot of shit in your body. You can help your body a lot. But if you treat your body like absolute garbage and then you get plastic surgery, like it's not going to work. It's not going to help you. It really isn't, because you're going to look like an unhealthy person, with a jigsaw face a little bit. But yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we've solved the latency issue a little bit. We had one update and a couple other things, so we're gonna go right into it once we get the stream keep going. I would have restarted the thing, but I'm not gonna. I heard some supplements aren't very well regulated. How do you know which brands are reliable? I have a list. If send me an email private, Alex, I can get you a list of the supplements that I take, and all I can tell you as far as their reliability is that I've taken them last, let's say, 90 days, and it's been the effects have been very night and day. And if I miss a day, which I haven't, bless God, but when you do miss a day, you definitely feel the difference, like, pretty quickly.
I was having like a lot of pain, I guess you could say, in my joints, the knees and ankles and all kinds of stuff. And I honestly think that the big thing is the fish oil. We get that from GNC, which I think is the best, one of the best places to get it, because the way that it's packaged and the way that they handle it, it keeps it that way. Like if you take other types of fish oil, you'll be burping it and tasting it. It's absolutely disgusting. So this stuff is really good. It's pretty refined and stuff. And well, I don't know if refined is the correct word, but they process it in such a way so it's gonna be the best for you.
Yeah.
But for the fish oil reduces inflammation in your joints, which is usually what causes pain for people, is inflammation.
Yeah.
So,
omega-3. I was watching a nutritionist, and he said that we are the most deficient in vitamin D3 and magnesium and omega-3 fatty acids. So, like I said, it is what it is. But I really think if you stay with it for 90 days, you're going to see a market difference. You are. And it'll save you so much more money because you're not having to fly to the hospital every 2 seconds. All right. Bill Burr, no reason to hit a woman. Uh-oh. No reason to hit a woman from the show You People Are All the Same. Here we go. Bill Burr, no reason to hit a woman. Oh, God, let's do it. All right.
Stacey's Metal Family. What's up, you guys?
What's going on, Stacey AC? I swear to God, your computer. I can't tell you how much I hate it. Talk to the people, please.
Okay. Stacey, when you show up, who is it? Is this Dad, Mom? No. This guy is hilarious. Yeah,
Bill Burr.
Bill Burr. Yeah, Bill Burr.
Bill Burr is a genuinely funny dude.
They're not white, so that's really those are my go-tos. So
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, so
it does.
Yeah, so when
Bill Burr is a genuine.
Yeah, I actually think I like his stuff.
A lot of comedians aren't really that.
Yeah, I agree, and you feel like you're like, I feel like they're trying to make you laugh.
I think being funny is probably one of the hardest. I think it's one of the hardest things to be. Is to be genuinely funny, especially as a job. Like your job is to make people laugh. I just think that that's such a challenging job.
Pressure's on.
Yeah, when you write music, when I'm writing music, it's like, oh, I know this is gonna pop or whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Miss Mud, magnesium in lotion form is great, she says. You know, to be honest with you, I bought that, well, when I was, the last pregnancy that I had, and it was like, we were supposed to, for like restless legs
No,
or
we have
something. But I didn't really notice a big difference. Like, I feel like the only reason it benefited was because I got a massage with it. But I don't know that the actual lotion really did anything.
It might.
It's hard for me anyway. I don't think it really actually worked.
All right, guys. Here's Bill Burr. The title of this clip is "No to Hit a Woman."
Here we go.
I'm surprised that those two don't go on a tour together. Dave Chappelle and Bill Burr. I feel like those are like the top two.
Yeah.
And they would be like hilarious because they're both kind of like countercultural.
Yeah.
You know, like they both say shit that they're not supposed to say that gets them in trouble.
Yep.
So that would be an interesting take.
Yeah, I agree.
You have to put it at the bottom of your feet. What are we putting at the bottom?
Oh, I don't think we did. We put it all over my legs. The magnesium lotion.
Oh,
why?
really?
What does putting it on the bottom of your feet do?
I've never heard of that before. All right, guys, here we go. Bill Burr, no reason to hit a woman.
Let's check it out.
I don't know why the media player didn't play the thing. It's weird. Keep talking to the people.
Yeah, so I don't know where you tell me, Miss Mud, what it does when you put that on the bottom of your feet. Also, do you know if you must be able to make that at home or on your joints if they are painful. And it works for you?
All right, here we go, guys.
I never saw it working.
No, we have these huge battles. You know what the maddest she ever got at me was? One time she was watching this show. It was like a poor excuse for The View. And they started talking about domestic violence, right? For the 9 millionth time this year, they're talking about domestic violence, just in case.
What the hell is going on here? Oh, they have a podcast together. We should listen to that podcast.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They've got a podcast. Her name is Nia, I think her name
is. Him and his wife?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We should listen to that.
I was watching this show. It was like a poor excuse for The View. And they started talking about domestic violence, right? For the 9 millionth time this year. They're talking.
Okay. But Rant or Matt, they're called because it would cause jungle rot. I don't know what that is, but it
No, we have these
nasty.
huge battles.
Why?
You know what they're talking about? Domestic
amazing.
violence, right? For the 9 millionth time this year, they're talking about domestic violence. Just in case, you didn't get the memo. You know? Evidently, just some people didn't get it. It's not okay to slam your wife's head into the cupboard drawers because she didn't dry the can opener off properly, you know? It's gonna fucking rust, right? How do you not know not to do that shit? Do they really have to keep talking about it? It's like wife beaters watching? Oh, fuck! Ah! Now I get it. Upset daisy, sweetheart. Here we go. There you go. Oh.
I'm very curious to how he's going to make this work.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a very challenging topic to joke around about, but this is Bill Burr, Jet, and he's going to tell a story about domestic violence, and somehow he's going to make it funny. So we continue. This is, I give him props for like addressing the issue.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to see how he tries to make this work, considering I grew up witnessing that shit. Like, I get it. Believe me. We continue.
So at the end of the hour, they come to the logical conclusion. They're like, there is no reason to hit a woman. There is no reason to hit a woman. And I was just like, really? I could give you like 17 right off the top of my head. You could wake me from a drunken stupor, I could still give you like 9. Dude, there's plenty of reasons to hit a woman. You just don't do it. But to sit there and suggest that there's no reason. Dude, the level of ego behind that statement. What are you, levitating above the rest of us? You're never annoying? Women, how many times have you thought about slapping your fucking guy in the head this week?
This week?
There you go. Every day. You didn't do it, right? Oh, dude, it drives me nuts. There's no reason. There's no reason. Really? No reason? How about this? You marry a girl, you fall in love, you buy her a house. You go to work every day paying off the house. You come home one day, she's banging the next door neighbor, hands you divorce papers. You got to move out, sleep on a futon, and still pay for that house that she's going to stay in. No reason. I'm not not saying you should do it, but there's plenty of fucking reasons in that arc of a story.
In that arc of a story.
All right, that was a hypothetical. You want an actual story? I'll give you one. All right, I fucked up my foot playing drums, trying to get my bass drum foot as fast as John Bonham's, because I figure that's a good thing to focus on. 43 years of age, never married, no kids. I figure this is going to lead me to the light, right? This is what I need to do. So I don't know what I did. I felt like after I played for like an hour, and afterwards I felt like literally like there was some midget stabbing me in the bottom of my foot, right? Like I had lightning coming out of the bottom of my foot.
Black seed oil.
So I did the typical guy thing. I'm like, I'm not going to the hospital. I'll sleep it off. Be fine, right? Next morning I wake up, my foot's even worse, and I got to walk my crazy dog. So I'm like, I can't do it. My foot's killing me. So I wake up my girl, go, sweetheart, can you do me a favor? Can you walk the dog for me? Can you just take the shift? You know, I'll do your afternoon shift. Can you just do me this solid? Can you do this for me? And she's just like, oh. You know, I had a late night last night. I'm tired. I have a big day. And I just go, fuck it. She goes, what do you mean, fuck it? It's like, why can't you just say no? Why do you always gotta like waterboard me with like a 20-minute explanation that eventually winds its way around to go, fuck yourself? Just say
100%. Just say no. This big giant soliloquy is going all over there. It was like the Putin interview with this one.
The thing is, I always feel like this like horrible amount of guilt anytime I have to say no to people. And so I cross like over the top, like no, and it's like way too intense for the given situation. Or I go into an explanation as to why. So because I want the person to understand, like, look, I would have done it, but there's a lot of other factors here that I need you to understand. It's not just that I'm like, nah, no, fuck you. So I go into this big giant explanation, and as I'm explaining it, I can see you getting more and more agitated in your eyes, and I'm thinking, I shouldn't have said all this, but now I'm halfway through, so I gotta finish. I mean, it'd be weird to just stop.
The way I needed it to go.
I'll be like, no!
The minute you say no, then I can go off and do something else. But on top of hearing the no, which you're already annoyed on, and you know it's going to end in an unfavorable statement to what you're trying to accomplish. It's so frustrating. But they really believe that that lessens the blow. But for me, it's like you're getting more and more and more agitated.
And I see it once I'm already in it.
Because, like, you see me with the kids, they be like, hey, Dad, blah, blah, blah. No.
Yeah.
Hey, can I have this kid? No. What did she ask me for? Was it some of my orange juice?
No.
She asked me for something. I just say no. There's no torture.
Is that ridiculous water you buy?
There's no waterboarding. It's just straight up.
No.
No. So she doesn't have any idea. See, when we first got together and she started that shit, I used to think, oh, maybe there's a chance that things are going to go the way that I want them to go.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, because I didn't understand. But then, and especially at the beginning, you were very, sure. You know how people are. Then they get used to you and they start taking you for granted. Oh, fuck that guy. So, like, then she starts with the long soliloquy. I'm like, okay, great. And then it's no. Then it happened again and again and again. So finally, I'm like, would you just say no?
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's what's happening behind the scenes.
Frustrating. So frustrating. Shout out to Chris. I haven't seen you in a long time. Good to see you, buddy. All the apostates are returning home. We continue.
No. So I'm just limping out of the room. Whatever, go back to bed. You got a big day, right? So now I'm like limping down the street. I got like Tourette's. Fucking goddamn bullshit. Dog's walking next to me. I got to admit, I got a little childish. I did. I got a little childish, you know? I was just thinking about my relationship. I'm like, this is the relationship I'm in? You just gonna do whatever the hell you wanna do, right? And fuck me? Fine, I'm gonna do whatever the hell I wanna do. I feel like listening to my iPod on full blast, walking around the house. That's what I'm gonna do. So that's what I did. Turned it all the way up, and my whole plan was just to walk by her like I didn't even know her. That was it. She came down the hall, I just ghosted her. Just walked right past her. Just trying to piss her off. And I gotta tell you something, worked like a charm. Worked like a charm. Yeah, hung my coat up, turned around. By the time I turned around, she was already yelling at me. But the music was so loud, not only could I not hear her, it actually looked like she was singing the song that I was like.
Why is that funny to you? What am I missing here in this little exchange?
Well, it's funny to me because he's on purpose doing something to get back at her for her not doing what he wanted. but like you listen to your stuff up on 10 all the time just as a regular.
Yeah.
Before you got your headphones.
Yeah.
But it's funny to me because I know she's about to do some shit. But he's saying he's listening to it and it looked like, well, you know how some of the crazy songs that you'll listen to, like if it was up super loud and then I was saying, what? And he just like pretends that it's part of the thing. It's just annoying because it's not accomplishing what anybody wants, but it is childish. But everybody's
It's
like,
completely childish.
yeah, and I think that's funny to me.
It's completely childish.
And I don't know what she's about to do, and I'm like ready for her to do something.
And then I'm working on a fix. So while that's happening, just a
Talk- random ask me
talk
anything.
amongst yourselves, yeah.
Random ask me anything. I mean,
God is really testing my patience, man.
I don't understand after everything you've done.
Well, we just did that update, so I don't know what's going on in the back, blah, blah, blah.
Oh.
Listen to. It's one of the highlights of the relationship. So I knew what she was saying. I was like, whatever, I don't want to talk about it. Leave me alone. I'm going on to the computer.
Okay, guys, hit 22 if you can see and hear us. It looks a lot less chippy now. So hit that button, guys. Hit that button. Let me know. 22 if you can hear us. 22 if you can hear and see us well.
What's up, Andre?
Let us know if you can hear and see us well. Type 22. Keep playing with that bar up there. Like, screwed up a little bit. This freaking computer, dude. I gotta bring this shit to the store on Tuesday. All right, guys, just stand by a little bit. God is testing my patience.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing? Okay. What flavor tang? Okay, guys, type 22 if you can see me and hear me. Hell or high water, we're going to do this thing. Just not going to touch anything up there. We're going to let that go. Once we get that, we should be good to go, guys. Just waiting on some confirmations from the rock stars. Okay, so
22.
Rainer, Matt, Metal Angel. Where's the star of the show?
Guys, don't forget, we have March Madness that's coming up.
March Madness is on the way.
There's this is all run by Archero, and I'm not like a big sports person, but to my understanding, there's like some different. Do you know what it is?
Yeah, it's the tournament every year that gets held in college basketball for.
And people get to put guesses, or
yeah, you just do your brackets. Who's gonna win? All right, we're back.
Right, and then the winner is gonna, I think, get a free song or something. So keep your eye out for that if you're interested in that, because he's as soon as that opens on ESPN, he's gonna let us know.
All right, guys, I think we're back. Let's do it.
Just trying to piss her off. And I got to tell you something. Worked like a charm. Worked like a charm.
How he's bent over.
Yeah, hung my coat up, turned around. By the time I turned around, she was already yelling at me. But the music was so loud, not only could I not hear her, it actually looked like she was singing the song that I was listening to. It's one of the highlights of the relationship. So I knew what she was saying. I was like, whatever, I don't want to talk about it. Leave me alone. I'm going on to the computer, right? So I limp over and I sit down, and unbeknownst to me, she's like, now, we're going to talk about this right now. Comes out, poof, and slaps the headphones off my head. I got big ears. It fucking hurt. So I'm like, honey, leave me alone. I don't want to talk about it. Put the headphones back on. She comes right back up again. Poof, slaps them off a little harder. This time they spin halfway around my head. Caveman DNA starts coming up. Talking through my teeth. Honey, leave me alone. Don't want to talk about it, right? Put them on third time. She comes out. Poof, slaps him right across the room, and I snap. I'm like, fine. You want to have the fight? Let's fucking have the fight. She's like, we will discuss this later when you calm down. Right there. I just wanted to roll her up on her yoga mat and stuff her behind the couch. Just leave her there until she got thirsty. Come on, let me out of here. I have a spin class. You've made your point. This is ridiculous.
Have a spin class.
No, that's the thing. Really is. That's the thing. I hate that saying there's no reason. Obviously, I'm not saying to hit a woman, you know. But saying there's no reason, I think that's crazy. When you say there's no reason, that kills any sort of examination as to how two people ended up at that place. If you say there's no reason, you cut out the build-up, you're just left with the act. How are you going to solve it if you don't figure it out? Look how awkward it is in here right now. I said you shouldn't hit a woman.
No. Did it just die? Guys, did the video die, or did a stream suspension thing pop up? Because I'm still seeing us here. Talk.
Yeah, you guys, let us know what's up, because on our end we can't.
I'm gonna restart this motherfucker. If we do this.
Yep,
Both of their faces right now.
we must be frozen.
Damn, R.I.P. Well, it might be.
I think they're just very still.
We might have just froze on them.
Yeah, let's. I hate not having a device.
I just think they're very laggy. Maybe they're in slow motion. Video just stopped. Okay, I don't think the suspension thing stopped, so
Okay.
that's good. So I'm just gonna restart the whole thing. If you can see in here.
22. All
Nick,
right.
you can see.